So slow. There we go. Okay, Facebook. There we go. Hey, guess what? Good news. I actually did the usual thing I do when something isn't coming apart, which is you sort of search around and see if there's anything else that might get the job done. I did not have to resort to the Dremel. I got a couple more of the screws out, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So hopefully it doesn't stop working now. But basically I found out that the tip of my pliers fits pretty well into these hex screw heads and can kind of hold on to them pretty well. So I'm going to try that on this last one here, having verified the technique. Oh, no, you don't! You're not going to resist me now! This may end up being another dud, but come on. No, it's slipping. Oh, no, but it's going to work. I can tell it's going to work this time. Yes, it's turning, it's totally rotating. Hahaha, this is so cool. Yeah, actually, I found out about this technique because when I was a kid, I asked my parents for a 6-bit screwdriver. I begged them, and that was because I thought that was the most amount of bits a screwdriver, look at that, that's gorgeous, that a screwdriver could have. Like, this is my life now. Look at all these bits for my screwdriver. But when I was a kid, like, I thought 6 was the most I'd ever seen in a hardware store. I was like, that's the dream. And what I wanted to do was take apart like the McDonald's toys and stuff that have little 3-pronged heads, or 3-lobed, whatever you call it. And I got the 6-bit screwdriver for my birthday, but of course it only came with like 3 Phillips and 3 flathead screwdriver heads bits, and I was like, no, the lies, I'll never be able to take these apart. And then years later, after I'd spent years, maybe 5 minutes despairing over that, I found out that you can just use the tip of a common pair of pliers, which usually have this kind of flat grabbing surface and then kind of a taper, right? Look what that looks like. You can just use that to take things apart. And like my mind was blown. And if I had known that like 6 years earlier, then my life would have taken a different course. Actually, I probably would have still ended up doing electronics videos. But so my new set comes with, where are they? Comes with 3-lobed screwdrivers. But it also comes with all these other ones. But even so, sometimes you just have to use the tip of your pliers, even when you have the big set of screws. Okay, let's take this apart. Okay, so we've got this guy, which is held on here with a little, that's an actual ribbon. Look at that. How dainty. Cute. Oh, it's not a ribbon. It's like, is it? I think it might be actual fabric. I mean, they've got fabric in here because there's speakers, right? People were telling me on the comments also that some Bose speakers have little curved up reflex, whatchamacallits, the reflex tubes for speakers. So again, I am taking my cues off of the iFixit teardown of the Amazon Alexa, but check it out! We got the bottom off! I'm so excited! If you missed the earlier video, I had a nightmare trying to get these screws out and gave up on my screwdriver completely. My faith is restored in the world, if not in my screwdriver set. Actually, it's just the screws were like a pain in the butt. So we've got a ribbon cable holding on some logic here, and normally you just, you pull up the little gate thing that holds that in there. They usually have like a little clamp mechanism, and that's either hinged, or sometimes you'll see like, you'll have to like pull it out with little tabs or something, but that's what ribbon cables are often held in place with. And then you've got these little JST connectors, which are holding in the speaker lines. I want to be kind of nice to these, so let's pull them out nice and easy with the fingernails. I just trimmed my fingernails too. I have the worst timing. Let's use the little pliers on here. That'd be nice. Okay. There we go. All right, so this has got, let's pull this out. How is this attached, actually? It doesn't actually show this on the teardown, but we've got a couple tabs over here. Maybe if I sort of prise it up. Oh, they're actually holding it in. Tension. Cool. And then we sort of slide it this way, I think. Yeah. Okay, so here we've got like driver chips for the speakers and such like. Pretty cool. Again, check out the iFixit teardown for the Echo if you want more information on what exactly is on this board. But it's pretty cool. You've got the little power connector here held on by some more little Torx screws. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of Torx screws in here, aren't there? I'm gonna be so mad. You get to see me rage for the next, like, however long it takes to pull this apart. I actually didn't realize there's this little... So usually when you see a little piece of clear acrylic or whatever this is, it's some kind of a light pipe taking light from an LED to someplace. Some kind of indicator. I forgot that there was an actual little power indicator over here. It probably lights up red when you plug it in. But yeah, you can pull that out. Haha, cute. Where is that LED then? It's got to be like somewhere. Oh no, it's got to be on here, hasn't it? So how did this go together? Again, it was like that. So this would have been like that. Which means that the light was coming from somewhere over here? Huh. Might even be on the power cable. No. Oh, I think I see an LED right here. That might be where it was coming from. Yeah, that looks like an LED. Is it labeled? It says A. Don't know what A is. Huh. Often LEDs will be labeled D for diode because it's with the R. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Anyway, so yeah, cute little light pipe going through there. All right, back to the main event. Pull this guy off. Got a little bit of resistance from our ribbon cable over here. Ooh, I see speakers. Delightful. My end goal here is to eventually replace the Alexa with some other voice assistant, just because I think it'll be fun and cool, or even just a speaker system, because it's got a really nice sound system. Ooh, the whole thing just sort of slid apart. Wow, so smooth. It's like butter. Let me get this cable out of here. Okay, so here's our like outer casing. It's just a tube. Looks like a tube, some holes in it. It's exactly what it is. No threading even or anything. All right, here is, ooh, speakers are magnetic. Therefore, all my little screws and screwdriver bits are sticking to the stuff. Let's get those out of there. We've got this fabric that's sort of helping provide some vibration insulation for the speakers. Just gonna peel that off, like a barbarian. I can always stick it back on if I really want to. Oh dear. It also presumably prevents gunk from getting inside. I forget what this material is called. I used to work in a screen printing shop, and we would print sort of little test prints on this same kind of material. But it's just kind of... Oh yeah! There we go. No damage. Yeah, it's just kind of this like material that sort of pulls apart like that. Sort of halfway between paper and fabric. I'm not sure what it is. All right. Ooh, what are you? I don't know what this is, but I like it. It almost looks like, you know, one of those things that they put inside of devices so that like you can't steal them from the supermarket, the RFID chips or whatever. But I don't know. It's like a little tiny printed circuit, and there's a teeny tiny little chip in there. Huh. If anyone knows what that is, put that in the comments. I totally want to see. They don't mention that in the teardown. Maybe theirs didn't have it. I don't know. No, it did. It's in the picture. I don't know. All right. So here's our motherboard. If you want to know what the chips are on that, we got a TI chip. Some other things. I don't know, honestly, much about these chips. But there's a full description with links to their data sheets and everything, and they are iFixit teardown. Here's where our ribbon cable goes to. Choop, 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 choop. And here's the other end. Again, here look, it just sort of hinges up, boop, like that. And then we're free. And this goes through this little, oh, it's also stuck on, whatever. Aren't you glad you're watching this teardown instead of so much other cool stuff you could be doing with your life? Super loose there. I wonder if one of my other ones, what size was that? That was T9. Got T10 over here. Maybe that's what we want to use. Okay. Oh, slightly better luck with this one. Fantastic. I don't know what the deal was with those outer screws. They were like, they had super small little lobes in there, and they also didn't want to move very much. And they also were very soft, so they stripped very easily. I've got all these little shards of metal on my desk now, which is great around or speakers, which are mostly magnets. What else we got? We got 2 more of these. I used up all my patter in the other video. I had all this cool stuff to talk about. You should totally watch that one, but I can patter a bit more. For example, this matte black PCB color is my favorite PCB color of all. This thing is never going to see the light of day unless you're literally destroying the device. But they still took the time to put on the little black dress. I love... So if you're a fan of this aesthetically as well, you might be pleased to know about the ton of Adafruit boards that are out there. Oh, sweet! I can show you the other kind of little pull-out ribbon cable connector. We'll come back to the aesthetics in a second. But this one you actually just pry, pull out, I think. Unless it's another one that goes up. Oh no, it's another hinged one. I lied. Sometimes you pull them this way instead, but this one has hinges as well. See that little flap? The ribbon cable goes in here in this little slot, and then you clamp it down with that, just like this one on this side. Yeah, so if you're a fan of the look of this one, check out the Snickerdoodle from Critical. It's an FPGA board for makers, and then there's also a bunch of ones from Adafruit, including the Circuit Playground Express, the new Trinket and Gemma M0 boards, all kinds of beautiful things coming out with this same aesthetic. That's what you came here to watch for, right? Let's take this speaker out. Is it held on by anything? There is like, okay, this whole thing I guess has a few screws holding it on. Let's see if that's the right size. Yes, good. T10 wins again. Speaker here, and there's a pretty beefy whole back end to it. Look how big that is. I mentioned in the last video that if you're looking to turn your Echo into a smart speaker like I am, basically, you know, do the same thing. I basically just use it as a Spotify box right now, and we'll probably just try and make a local music server that I can take with, because how rad it would be to be able to bring one of these on, you know, a camping trip or whatever. This is the most inefficient thing to bring on a camping trip ever, because it's super heavy because of all the super nice speakers and whatnot. And just have your own little music server. In fact, what I would probably want for that is an Echo Show with the one with the little screen on it, because then you can put lyrics and stuff on. Like, everyone loves campfire songs, but no one can ever remember the lyrics, and then you're all like squinting at an iPad that someone's got, and it's all, you know, someone's getting mad because they can't see, and that person's usually me because I forgot my glasses. Yeah. Life's rough. Okay, here's the connector for this speaker. And here is our speaker itself. Can I get this out of here? Might have... Oh, we've got more little tabs holding it in. 2 on the sides there. Come on. Come out of there. If I pry it a little bit, maybe. I love this multi-tool, by the way. This is from Intel. I think you can just get them in sort of generic swag items as well, but ours are from Intel. I love it. Okay, come on. Pry out of there. Aha. There we go. Free. The little sort of cup that it sits in, and then the magnet, giant magnet. Stick all the things to it. Watch them stick. It's fantastic. And I thought there might be another piece of circuitry in here, but there really isn't. The thing is with speakers, like, typically you can just reverse the ground and power wires because all it's doing is oscillating. So, you know, and it's going so fast, you can't really tell the difference between in and out oscillations. That's just not a thing. It pushes the air, and then you hear it. And so on most speakers, you can just reverse the wires, and it doesn't make much of a difference because it's vibrating back and forth anyway. I'm not sure if that made any sense to you, but okay. And then this fabric bit in here is apparently called the damper, which is something that I need to research for audio technology learning purposes. Underneath, we've got the woofer. This is our tweeter, the little one. We've got the big woofer over here. Oh, look at that. Can that just pull out? Don't see anything holding it in, but maybe there's some like magnet magic going on. Oh, we have movement. Oh, hey! That was very impressive. It's so satisfying holding this like big heavy thing in my hand. No jokes. Yeah. Woofer over here, and then underneath it, we've got what they called the saxophone piece. Oh wow, much stronger magnets because they're bigger. And then here we've got what they called the saxophone piece, which is the reflex guy. Come out of there. How do we get that out? That might come out the other side, actually. Okay, let's turn our attention to the top. How do we get this off? There's a screw here. Looks like T9. Nope, T10. I lied. I cannot yet recognize screwdriver bit sizes just by looking at them. I think that like comes when you hit level 11 or something. Gotta grind some more levels in order to reach that stage of my magecraft. And I think you've got to pry this up. So let's use our little screwdriver here. Yep, there we go. Haha, pretty easy. And that just has a couple tabs that kind of clawed on there. You can see these little guys, they kind of got little teeth that bite onto these little slots here. Yeah. Here we have some more hex screws, Torx screws rather. I'm going to use my slightly smaller screwdriver because I think that's what they want. Yeah. Oh, this is still really satisfying even when you take it off of the whole echo. This here is the encoder. Oh, I wonder if we can see if it turned. Yeah, you totally can. Okay, so this is the rotary encoder that's basically like a potentiometer that can rotate forever, sort of. But it records where the position is, how much it's turning. So as I turn this outer ring like this, you can watch that little knob turn. And you'll see that that's attached to a gear. Again, there's more like in-depth views into what all this stuff is on the iFixit Teardown page. I'm so glad I still got to take this apart today. I was gonna be so disappointed if like there was all this lead up to it and I got all excited to destroy something, you know. Plus I want to turn it into something else eventually. Throw out most of the guts, the smarts anyway. And just, I do intend to keep this LED ring and encoder and whatnot, but I may bypass the existing brain, which is something that you can totally do. There's a ton of grease on here. It's kind of this white pasty substance. Yep. It sits on there. Very smooth. This little disc comes off. I'm going to try and keep everything kind of aligned. Oh, it's so nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Here's another ribbon cable with its little hinge. See how the ribbon cable goes in here? I'm going to zoom in a little bit actually so we can see this one up close. Or not zoom, but you know, refocus. Okay. Yeah, see how this little guy has a little brown flap? and the ribbon cable comes in here. We could pry that up, and then it just comes out. It's just a little clamp. I really like those. And then around the edge, you should have your LEDs. I don't want to take this fully apart, or maybe I will, but I'll put the encoder back on or something. I'm assuming that this is diffusion for the LEDs because it goes and sits right behind this little piece here, or maybe no. So where exactly the LEDs? Let me rotate. This seems to be another sort of light pipe kind of piece. I'm trying to figure out where the light is coming from because that wasn't super clear from the images that I saw before. Because I can see the little microphones in here. Remember I was talking about MEMS microphones and piezo microphones and whatnot? These are little MEMS microphones. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's definitely got one in the middle. Yeah, so 7 total. And what was I looking for? Oh yeah, the LEDs. Because I don't actually see where those are. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay, I think they're these little guys. You can barely see right in here. See there's a little thingy on the PCB there? That's probably gonna shine up through the plastic there. Maybe not. I don't know, let's find out. I am gonna actually remove this gear here. And this little white plastic piece. Put you inside of there. Yeah, okay, here we do have the LEDs just right around the edge here between the microphones. 4, 5, 6, 12 LEDs. Cool, they're not actually evenly spaced, which surprises me. I'm kind of fiddling with my other one that I have over here that's actually plugged in. Oh yeah, it doesn't go in an even pace. That's really interesting. Now I've got grease all over the other one. No, someone else got potato chip grease on this one. I'm not going to take it apart the rest of the way because I think that's just sort of prying stuff off. And I might, oh, well, okay, I guess I will. There's this little grating mesh thing, some foam, and then these 2 little push buttons, little metal dome switches that correspond to the buttons on the top. Metal domes are pretty cool. They basically connect to contacts that are underneath. And so this little metal dome provides the connection between the underneath pieces. It is not an electrical contact itself, usually. It'll just be a conductor. But there must be LEDs under here too. I think these, because there's a way for it to show when it's muted. Yeah, all right, underneath the mute button, that one has the 2 little LEDs on the sides. Cool. And then this one must have an LED too, but I don't know where. Huh. What if I push it on the other one? Oh no, that doesn't have an LED. It's just a little sort of nubbin. Okay, cool. Alright, if you stuck around after the first video, I admire your perseverance and your patience and whatnot. I hope this has been entertaining for you. Feel free to check out the link that I will paste underneath this video for where to look at all the info on the chips and stuff that are included in this. Check out the other video for some more ramblings about MEMS microphones and other build-it-yourself voice assistants. Boop! Including the Matrix voice and Mycroft and whatnot. Yeah, I would love to see if anyone else built something cool out of an Echo. I'm going to try and give this one new life as a Mycroft device or another type of offline voice assistant. And yeah, we will be back tomorrow with a What the Wednesday feature on something, probably Charlie plexing, which is a really cool way that you can control lots of LEDs with just a few GPIO pins. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday. I appreciate you sticking around, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.